Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I gotta tell this story before I forget. Crazy story. You probably saw in a video about Evergrande that I put out earlier today. A gentleman walking by and walking his dog with a little thing for the ball. Anyway, as he was walking by, I finished off the video and he goes, "Do you know about investments?" And I'm like, "A little." And he goes, I'm like, "I'm not a financial advisor." He goes, "I'm panicked. I think something's going wrong in the markets." And I go, "Okay." Well, he starts telling me about all his stocks he owns and, primarily FANGs. And he was telling me that he's panicked. He doesn't know what to do. And his fiduciary doesn't seem to know more about money than he does. And he's going online and looking at, Motley Fool and all these kind of stuff. And he's always going back to them. And he's saying, "Can we do this? Can we do that?" And he goes, "I get a lot of pushback." And I said, "Well, it's real simple to understand this. These companies like Merrill Lynch, Schwab, Fidelity, those guys, Schwab, Fidelity, all these guys that come out, they do two things. First off, they only sell you their prepackaged product. And secondly, they make their most money when they're moving your money around, charging fees. Those are two things you got to realize, okay?" And I said, "Well, what about gold?" He says, "They don't want me to get into gold." And I said, "You want to know why? Because real gold, if it sits in your portfolio, they make nothing." And he was completely panicked. I mean, high-pitched voice, talking really fast. And I said, "Well, why don't you look into gold? Do you know anything about it?" He said, "I don't." And I said, "Well, that's what happens in times of uncertainty. Gold sort of resets itself." I'm like, "Look, I'm not a financial advisor, but there's lots of history out there." He goes, "Well, I don't want to spend time on the internet learning about this stuff." And I said, well then you're good. Just stay where you're at." That's the thing. A lot of people, and I know it's not you, the people that subscribe on this channel are here. They're so intelligent. Something's happening. You want to learn. You want to be an active participant in your finance, and you should. That is 100%. It's paramount. You have to be, because nobody else is going to care about your money like you. But I wanted to share that story because it's really interesting, because this is what happened in 2008. You get that gut feeling, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. And I told him, I said, "Well, something is wrong. There's something going on over in China right now and in other places of the world that are so big, it's bigger than Lehman Brothers." And he goes, "Well, I feel like it's going to collapse." I'm like, "Actually, it's collapsing right now. That's why prices are going up and it's all kinds of craziness." But they just don't know what to do, So I tried to lead him down the path. I said, he goes, "How do you buy gold?" And I said, "You can buy it online." And I'm going to put the links below. If there's somebody here that doesn't understand how to buy gold or silver online, you can go to your local coin dealers. I told him about that, pawn shops. And he goes, "Well, what do you do when you buy gold?" No, this is wild. This gentleman's older. You would think that people would understand this, but very few people do. And which is exciting, to be able to share with you guys these things. But I said, "Well, you just go into a coin store and you buy a gold coin." He goes, "Well, how much does it cost?" I'm like, anywhere between $1,800 and $1,900, depending on what you get. Maybe a little bit more, depending on the premium that store has. He goes, "Why would I pay that much?" I'm like, "Well, an ounce of gold costs almost that much." He's like, What? I guess it does." And I'm like, so it's not that I'm making fun of him. It's actually really cool that I got to talk to him. I'm like, I got to make a bunch more videos just, because he just wanted me to give him financial advice. And that's the scary thing. People just want a quick bit of advice and then they're going to go do it. And that's what's scary. It's reminding me of 2007 all over again, 2006 in the real estate game. It's like, I just want to know what to do. Real estate's going up. I got to sell it. I got to buy. And he's like, "Just tell me what to do and I'm going to go do it." And it's like, "Why don't you take some time? And there's a great book here. There's a great website here." I don't have time for that. That's when it gets scary. So guys, I hope you got something out of this. That was a wild encounter. I got my ducks right here. Hey ducks, you want to be a famous? You guys want to see the ducks? You don't care about the ducks. All right, with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.